Today, I want you to face what's difficult, embrace the challenge, fall in love with the process. There will be countless moments where you feel discouraged, lose your passion, and question whether it's meant to be. But if you want to achieve your dreams, you need a determined mindset. Giving up after 1, 5, or even 30 attempts only means you didn't want it bad enough. You have to be relentless, unmoved by how impossible it seems or how long it takes. When others say no, you don't quit. Your attitude must be, if I have to believe my entire life, I won't stop. I won't accept a no or settle for mediocrity. Keep pushing for what's in your heart. Ask yourself, what do I truly want? Write it down, because writing sparks thought. Thought creates vision, and visionaries are the ones who change the world. Success starts with mental preparation. The body has limits, but the mind does not. Without being mentally prepared, physical readiness means nothing. What would your life look like if you refuse to let fear or setbacks stop you? No matter what happens, get up and keep moving. Life will challenge you, guaranteed, but the only way to overcome is to keep walking, one step at a time, no matter how hard it gets. Understand this: to hit the game-winning shot, you have to miss it first. The road to success is always under construction, never a clear path. The most successful people are those who refuse to give up. Bad breaks will come, but they usually hit right before the breakthrough. When challenges come, any challenge, big or small, only way to beat it is to start moving. Take that step every day. Visualize the end before the beginning even starts. I saw myself crossing that finish line long before I started the journey. That vision gave me strength to push through every obstacle. I had to lose weight to get into the door, but I could already see myself walking across the stage. Every day, I imagined it. I was 300 pounds, but I kept seeing myself at 191 pounds. Walking across that stage, I felt the pride of that moment over and over again, long before it became real. That's what pushed me to endure the pain, to suffer through it. I told myself, this is worth it. For just a few seconds of joy, I was willing to go through months of struggle. It took me 18 months to become a Navy SEAL. 6 months of training took me 18. But it was that vision, that feeling of crossing the finish line, that got me out of bed every morning. I put myself through the suffering because I knew the feeling of accomplishment would be worth it. People don't always understand that. I visualized success before I even began. I put myself in cold water, in grueling races, in impossible situations, thousands of times before I actually do them. That way, when the moment comes, it's no surprise. I've already lived it. I've already overcome it in my mind. That's why visualization is my most powerful tool. I know what it's going to feel like at mile 50 of a 100-mile race. I know what it's going to feel like crossing the finish line, and I prepare for it mentally before I ever start. So when it happens, I'm ready. I once recommended The Richest Man in Babylon, a little book that could change your life. Out of 3 million people, guess how many went and got it? Maybe 10%. It's easy to find, easy to buy, and easy to read. Yet most people won't do it. Why? No one knows. Some do, and some don't. Years from now, the numbers will be the same. It's not the faces that change, just the mindset. Only a small percentage will take action, while the rest will find excuses. 97% won't even have a library card, but they'll complain about their circumstances. They'll blame the government, the economy, their employer, instead of taking responsibility. My advice: walk away from the 97%. Don't talk like them, don't think like them, don't act like them. Throw away the blame game. Take full responsibility for your life, because that's where real change begins. Oscar Wilde once said, responsibility is what we expect from someone else. That's true, but most people dread taking responsibility. You'll see it when people fume over small delays or complain about others' mistakes, yet they never hold themselves accountable for their own. But here's the truth: those who are most successful are the ones who take responsibility, not just for their actions, but sometimes for the actions of others. If you're a leader, this is key. Accept responsibility, even when it's not yours, because that's how you grow, learn, and lead. Nobody gets there alone. You need to know your strengths and be confident in them, but you also need to work on your weaknesses. Surround yourself with people who can do what you can't, and don't let anyone talk you out of your potential. Knowing yourself, mastering your strengths, and facing your weaknesses head-on, that's what gets you ready for any fight. Keep developing your skills, even the ones you don't enjoy. I had to embrace social media, even though it wasn't my thing, because the world is moving that way. You have to adapt. If I had as many followers as a celebrity, I probably wouldn't need to do this. But that's the reality of today's world. You either grow or get left behind. Take Bill Russell, for example. He wasn't the best free throw shooter, but when it mattered most, he wanted the responsibility. He wanted the ball in his hands because he knew he would deliver. When you accept responsibility eagerly, when you step up with confidence, that's when you win. And that's what separates the great from the good. Take ownership. Visualize success. Keep moving forward. And don't let setbacks stop you. That's how you reach your full potential.